students, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Solve with Shubham, your maths partner for various competitive exams. In this class, we are going to start a new subtopic under the main topic profit and loss. We'll be looking at the concept of stocks and shares, which is also a very important topic when it comes to different competitive exams. Many a times the questions have been asked in exams like IIFT, SSC, SNAP, NMAT and other exams as well. So the concept is very simple and even the questions based on these concepts would be very easy and doable. Now, if you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe it and go through my other classes as well. Now, let us start the class on the topic stocks and shares. We will go through different sub-concepts under the topic. We will try to understand what is stocks and shares and we will look at other important terminologies as well. Now, a limited company raises capital by floating shares. This is referred to stock. The capital which is required to run a company, it is divided into small components and those small components are known as shares. Therefore, share would refer to single unit of stock. So when you combine so many shares, you will get a stock. In India, the accepted value of such a share is INR 10 rupees or INR 100 rupees. This will be called the face value of the share or the par value of the share. So, in your questions, the face value most of the time will not be mentioned. So, you will have to take it as INR 10 rupees or INR 100 rupees depending upon the question. So if your question says your market value is let's say 9 rupees or 12 rupees or 20 rupees, we will take the face value as 10 rupees. If the question says your face value is your face value is not given and the question would say the market value is 90 rupees or 102 rupees or something like that which is nearer to 100, we will take the face value as 100 rupees. So most of the questions your face value will not be mentioned. Face or the par value. What is it? It is the cost price of the share. So we have learnt about cost price and selling price. So face value is nothing but the cost price, the worth of the share. Market value. Rate at which a share is bought or sold in the market. So this is your selling price. People who hold the shares, they'll be called the shareholders. If your market value or your selling price is greater than the face value or your cost price, share is quoting at premium. So whenever your question comes across, the share is quoting at premium, it means your market value is bigger than your face value. If the market value is lesser than the face value, the share would be quoting at discount. So it means you are at that point of time, the share is not doing good and your selling price has come lesser than the cost price. So this is the time when the shareholders would buy more shares because the share is at a lesser price and you expect it to rise after some time depending on the market condition. So when the share prices come down, that point of time we will see how the market is going to behave in future and then we will try buying the share because you would try to buy anything at a lesser price. If the company makes a profit, it is distributed as dividend to the shareholders. So dividend is always given on the face value. So irrespective of the market value, be it very high, it does not matter. Your dividend which is given to the shareholder, which is something called profit, is always given on the face value or the par value. Dividend percentage, your profit percentage, dividend amount by face value into 100. What is your rate of return? Rate of return signifies that you have bought the share and how much profit you are making on it. So rate of return percentage would be calculated as dividend by market value, which is the price at which you have bought the share, into 100. Now, you will come across these terminologies or these statements many a times. Let us try to understand what does it mean. 5% stock at 95. So what does it mean? This 5%, when you come across this 5% would signify your dividend. What is this 95? 95 is your market value. So this 5% would mean dividend percentage, your 95 here would mean market value. So let us try calculating here. This statement would mean your face value would be 100, your market value is 95. Now we know dividend is always given on the face value. So your dividend would be 5 rupees. So what does it mean? It means to buy 1 unit of stock you are paying rupees 95, the market value. So can you find out your rate of return? Your profit, which is your dividend, on the market value, which is 95 here, into 100. So this statement, when you come across this statement, 5% stock at 95, this 5% would signify your dividend percentage, 95 would mean your market value. Face value is not given, so we will take it as 100. Next, 10% stock at 108. So what does it mean? It means your face value is 100, your market value is 108, and your dividend would be 10% on the face value, which is 10 rupees. So can we find out rate of return? Rate of return, 10 rupees on 108 rupees into 100. Market value is 108, dividend is 10 rupees. So you will be able to find out your rate of return or income on your done investment. Now, if you come across this statement, A is holding rupees 1000 worth of stock. So what does this mean? This means that your face value per share is rupees 100 and you are having 1000 worth of share. It means total number of shares which you are having is your total worth divided by 1 worth per share, which would come as 10. So this statement means A is having 10 shares of that company. Now, whenever you are comparing two investments or you are comparing different investments, you will have to compare rate of return for both the investment. It means how much dividend per share you are getting with respect to how much you have invested to buy one share. You need to compare that and then you will be able to understand which investment is better. Now, this question was asked in IIFT 2005. It goes like, a person invests rupees 5508 in 4% stock at 102. He afterwards sells out at 105 and reinvests in 5% stock at 126. What is the change in his income? You have been given 4 options. Now, let us have a look at this question carefully. It goes like, the first statement, person is investing 5508 in 4% stock at 102. So with this first statement, we can find out how many shares he bought. So, initially, number of shares purchased, that would be 5508 by 102. So when you calculate, you will get 54. So he has bought 54 number of shares. Now, question clearly says 4% stock. So your dividend is 4%. 4% of 104 rupees. So what does it mean? What will be his income? 4 per share, 54 shares are there. So total income will be rupees 216. Now what he has done? He has sold those shares at 105. So can we find out how much money he is having now? Money after selling these shares would be, he has 54 shares into, he is selling at 105. So right now in his hands he is having 5670 rupees. Now go back to the question. It says he has invested this 5670 in 5% stock at 126. So we will have to find out number of new shares purchased. Number of new shares purchased. Total money in his hands 5670 and he has bought one share for 126 rupees. So 45. Now his new income would be, go back to the question to find out his dividend percentage. It is 5% stock at 126. So 5 rupees. 5 into 45. So this would come as 225. So what is his change in income? Now it is 225. Initially it was 216. So his change in income is 9 rupees. So your answer would be option number B, rupees 9. Simple question. Only little calculation is involved and then you will get the answer. Now, what is the annual income from rupees 22,000 invested in 5% stock at 10% premium? So this is again a very simple question where you just have to do little calculation. So here, you have invested 22,000, dividend at 5%, 10% premium. So this means your face value is 100, market value 10% premium, so 10% higher than the face value. So this would be 100 into 1.1, 110 rupees. Now When you invest 110, your dividend is 5%. So you get income as 5 rupees. So you are total investing 22,000. So your income would be this. $200. 1,000. Question is, what is the annual income from rupees 22,000 invested? It would be rupees 1,000. So your answer would be rupees 1,000. So here in this question, what we have done? We have looked at, the question says the share is quoting at premium, and that premium is how much? 10%. Now the question says face value is 100. So now it is making a profit. The share is doing good. So your market value, how we calculated? 100 plus 10% of 100. This we got it as 110. Now, as per the question, when you are investing 110 for one share, you get 5%. It means 5% of 100, 5 rupees. For 22,000, how much your income would be? So this, when you calculate, you get it as 1,000. Simple question. Next question. Find the annual income of Amar, who had invested rupees 50,000 in a 10% stock at par. So what does it mean? It clearly means, when you say at par, it means your face value is equal to market value, which is rupees 100. Going back to the question, you have invested 50,000 in 10% stock. So when you buy a share for 100 rupees, 10% stock, you get 10 rupees. When you invest 50,000, how much you will get? It is a very simple calculation. So you will get 5,000. So your answer would be option number B, rupees 5,000. So at par means your face value is equal to market value. When you say at premium, your market value is higher than face value. Now next, find the annual income of Anand, who had invested rupees 45,000 in a 4% stock at 10% discount. So here we look at the third thing. Your face value would be 100, market value 10% discount. So 100 into 0.990. Question says it is 4% stock. What does it mean? When you buy a share for 90 rupees, you get 4 rupees as income. You have invested 45,000. Yes? Yeah, your total investment is 45,000. So your income will be 4 by 90 into 45,000. So 2,000. Your answer would be option number C, rupees 2,000. Simple question. We just looked at various concepts where we have seen what is face value, what is market value, then what is at par. When a share is at discount or premium, what does it mean, and how can we calculate rate of return. So through various questions, we looked at these different concepts and we saw how to make use of these concepts in these questions. In the next class, we'll be solving few more practice questions based on stocks and shares so that we can understand the topic in depth. If you have any queries, you can reach out to me at my mail, at my Facebook page, my Instagram and my blog. If you haven't subscribed my channel, do subscribe it and go through the other classes as well. Stay tuned for further classes. Thank you.